Hello and welcome to Edge of Emotion. Hey, there, Steve. I'm 67 years old. As I attended the Art Institute, Steve, began to immerse myself in oil painting. At that time, my girlfriend, Catherine, wore floral blouses and bell-bottom jeans with flair, making her a truly stylish woman. She had a determination, and her paintings stood out, promising a bright future in the art world. As for me, well, I wasn't exactly top of the class. I was an average student, and often teased by peers, saying we were like chalk and cheese. Yet Catherine would always defend me, saying, "Steve is who I have chosen, no matter what anyone says." Whenever she said that, I felt a mix of embarrassment and happiness. Plus, Steve has a charm that only I know. She'd joke. "What kind of charm is that?" I'd ask. The mole on your ear, maybe." "What?" "Seriously, it's sexy, you know." I loved it when she joked like that. By junior year, everyone was busy with job hunting. Catherine, however, was vigorously promoting her paintings, determined to make a living as an artist. "I've secured a spot for my paintings at a gallery," she told me excitedly. "That's awesome," I replied. "The owner seems to really like my work." "Your paintings are indeed captivating," I assured her. Motivated by her dedication, I also decided to pursue a career in painting, rather than settling for a regular job. "Steve, the sunsets you paint have a unique aura," Catherine praised. "Yeah, I'm planning to sell more and more of my paintings," I replied. With her encouragement, my creative drive only grew stronger. "I dream of a day when we can host our own exhibition," I shared. "It doesn't have to be in a grand place, but we'll display our best work, showcasing our emotions and journey." The thought of such a future with Catherine seemed so bright to me. Our college days passed by in a flash, and after graduation, we lived together for about 3 years before our marriage. We became a couple chasing the same dream. While I worked part-time jobs to make money, the rest of my time was devoted to painting and promoting my work. Contrastingly, I was beginning to doubt my own talent. "Your paintings, they don't really have commercial appeal," someone remarked. "They lack vitality, you know." Hearing comments like these became all too familiar. Another dead end today. How many dealers have I visited this month? Facing the harsh reality of not being able to sell my paintings made me increasingly despondent. "Catherine is starting to make a name for herself," I lamented. Comparing myself to her success led to many gloomy days. Is this really where I'm meant to be? Maybe I'll never be able to sell a painting, I mused. Was I ever truly talented at painting to begin with? Even if I continue painting, there might be no future in it for me. I'm thinking about getting a job at a regular company. I confided in Catherine one day. "Why not?" "That's it," she replied nonchalantly. Pressed, I asked. "Why should I disagree with a decision you've made, Steve? I assume you've given it a lot of thought." "If that's what you want, then I understand." Her casual acceptance left me stunned. "I thought if we're going to get a divorce, it's best if both parties agree and understand why," I pondered. The next day, I went to the city hall to pick up the divorce papers, signed them, packed my things and left our apartment. After leaving Catherine, I rented a place with the little money I had and desperately searched for a job. But reality was harsher than I'd imagined. Job hunting is just as tough, I realized. Maybe I should just settle for day labor. But just when I thought that, someone from a printing company who appreciated my background approached me. "We've been looking for someone with design skills. Please work for us," they said. "Thank you." "I'll do my best," I replied gratefully. From then on, I worked relentlessly to make up for lost time. Day in and day out, I was engrossed in my job. Relationships and any thoughts of remarrying were the furthest things from my mind. "Are you ever going to remarry, Steve?" people would ask. Every time someone asked, I would think of Catherine. "I wonder what she's doing now," I'd ponder. A few days later, I visited the gallery mentioned on the postcard. In a cozy space, there were a few paintings and sculptures on display. As I slowly looked at the artworks, my gaze fixed on one painting. It had such a powerful presence, with a fiery red sun as its backdrop. "Do you like that painting?" a woman asked. "Yes, I used to paint myself," I replied. Then I glanced at the nameplate of the artwork, taken aback by surprise. The name written there was that of my ex-wife. "Wait, Catherine," I whispered in shock. The woman looked puzzled and continued her story. "This is a painting by my friend Catherine. She passed away from cancer at a young age. We display it today in her memory." "She passed away?" "No way," I gasped. "She talked about you until the very end," the woman continued. "Catherine did. Catherine always regretted thinking that she might have crushed your talent. She explained that Catherine was tormented by the thought that the more she pursued her art, the more I felt cornered. I had no idea Catherine had been so concerned about me." I murmured, overwhelmed with emotion. "Steve, I have something to give you," the woman said. She brought out a set of oil painting tools. "These are the art materials Catherine used. I'm sure she'd want you to have them." "But I've given up on painting," I replied. "Steve, when she painted this, Catherine said she wanted to recreate the vibrant red you used to paint with," the woman explained. "She believed that if she could capture that shade of red, it might bring back memories of that time." I was speechless. "Please paint again, for Catherine's sake," the woman urged. She would have wished for it. With that, she handed me the art materials and tears filled my eyes. Later, I set up a canvas at home and started sketching, inspired by an old drawing of Catherine. Memories flooded back and I couldn't hold back my tears. "If you're going to paint, make it beautiful," she had shoutly said. From then on, I started painting again. Today, I rented a small gallery to showcase the paintings I did for Catherine. At the center of the room was a large canvas with Catherine painted in it, shining passionately against a bright red sunset.